All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the second of our quarterfinal matchups for the day. And getting it started just like that for the Highland School. A three-pointer out the gate. The brand new.
And Mr. Reliable, as you like to call people.
Yes, sir.
And
right back at him.
From Warris and Joya, who had a big game in their win.
Yes.
Yesterday over Winston-Salem.
And here's the weird part about this matchup, Jack. Even though it is technically, I guess you could say technically the 1-9, CTA on the perimeter matches up pretty well with Highland.
Yes. And, we had the talk with Coach House yesterday after their win, and he made the joke about, we won the lottery to play Highland.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
You're not wrong. I mean, the difference, the big difference, right, is Native Men.
Yeah.
And, there is no answer for him. EPL Player of the Year, top 5 player in the country, future NBA player.
Yep.
But, if it's you get lucky and either he goes off and he doesn't get help or he has a bad day, it's not like CTA can't make a game of this, especially with the fact that they have versatile pieces that can score the basketball.
Yeah.
And Joya, Dylan Kyoke, what's his name? Hold on. Sorry, Christian Kwame.
Yep.
All are guys that are capable of, having big games and making big plays. But let's also forget that this Highland group is not just Native Men. Julian Rivera with the first 3, named first team all EPL. If you looked at his stats compared to some of the other guys on the second team, you'd say, why did he make it? Well, because everyone realizes the impact he has on winning.
Yep.
And
there
he
there.
gets the back cut, count it plus the foul. He is a guy that can score the basketball when he needs to. He picks his spots. If you're not going to respect him, I'll make you respect him. And then on top of it, he is tough. He is a playmaker. He is a great defender.
Yep. And then he gives you those intangibles of the vocal leadership. And he's probably going to take a charge at half.
Yep.
He just makes timeless plays, like right when they need it. But the brand new Vista, Division I state champions after their
And Chance Perkins on the fall away.
Okay. I'm loving the back and forth action that we're getting right now. I wouldn't mind a high-scoring affair. Oh, look at Rivera with the craftiness.
Up ahead to Josh Hamilton.
What a way to get back.
Away.
Oh, Rivera falls to the ground, gets up, keeping his dribble alive. And Perkins looking for a mint. He'll look for his first touch of the day. Oh, and Cuomo gets nice and low, able to get the deflection and come up with the steal. Here's Kayajuka. Swings it over to Mugera. And now Warris and Joya. Back to Kayajuka. Spinning. Dipsy doing too much. Gorman gets to the floor first, and now Perkins, a mint with the rebound, blocked by Cuomo. And he's got Cuomo running, and he throws the low pass, and he still finishes. Great catch, and then we know what type of big-time athlete Christian Kwame is. And off the ghost screen, Rivera keeps his dribble alive, back outside the Gorham. And he'll be guarded by Jeremy Mugera, and there's the three off the mark, and Kwame comes up with another rebound. And I knew why I didn't recognize Trayvon Strachan. He cut his hair.
Yeah.
So, foul on the floor. We'll get our first sub, super soft, Jamal Smith, who may be the youngest player in the EPL. By birth date, he and I believe Muhammad from Mount Zion.
Most likely, yeah.
And Ament fakes the handoff, turns the corner for the elbow jumper. Is off the mark on his first attempt. And CTA leading 10-8. 15:31 left to play. And Strachan spins off the Kayajuka. Long jumper, no good. Ament with the rebound. Sprints to the head, Jamal Smith. Smith dribbles through. Rivera probing, and he'll get the foul on the floor. Great hesitation. And now over the top. Cuomo, oh, that's going to be his second with 15:04 left to play. Gotta.
This is one of the things that having Nate Ament, we don't talk enough about, right? We talk about the versatility and everything that he brings. When you have somebody where you say, okay, we need you to guard him and you know, that is your job, and do a good job. You play so aggressively on him, you're going to pick up fouls.
Yeah.
And now, a guy like Kume, who is not just their best, wing defender, but he also is a very important piece offensively. He can't get in foul trouble.
No.
But you can't also not have him guard Nate Ament.
Yeah. And Ament just uses the size and length and that wingspan to just finish right over the top.
And it's just you ever feel like we're just a little bit, numb?
We're so used to him.
Like, we've watched him for so long.
Yeah.
And
we saw him before a lot of people, Jack.
I mean, we brought him down to the CBG going into his sophomore year when he was still at, Forge?
Colgan,
yeah. He was still at Colgan. And then, Highland has played in almost every CBG event.
Yeah.
Watched him with Team Loaded. Like, we have seen him, not just seen him before a lot of people, we have seen him more than probably any other talent evaluators and things like that. And it's just sometimes I have to, kind of step back. That's special. He makes it look easy.
No, seriously. Seriously, man. I mean, it gets to the point where you, like you said, do you really appreciate him on an everyday basis when you see him as much as we do? And just appreciating Highland in general.
Yeah.
And their chemistry, which is second to none in the entire nation, in my opinion, no matter what league you're talking about.
I mean, you could venture to say that Nate Ament has been on the CBG Live network more than anybody.
Yes, you probably could.
In this Highland group. I mean, from DMV Live and, all the CBG events that we've run and the EPL and Coaches for a Cure and everything that we do, Highland seems to be in it. So it's almost like when people are just like, oh, man, did you see him do that? I'm like, wait, that's special? I see him do it all the time. That's normal.
All the time. All the time. And people are like, oh, wow. And you're just like, and I think what happens is you get to the point where you see so many reoccurring things that no matter what, it still doesn't bring depreciation, or how we feel, but we just start to expect it. Yeah. And I used to tell my players all the time, hey, you're going to have to be careful because, you do something real crazy in front of these college coaches at the live period, and dudes are going to start expecting you to do it every time you touch the floor. And I could honestly say Highland, they pretty much deliver every time they touch the floor.
Yep. And, I mean, it's one of, like, as I say all that, it's not, I mean, I will go to bat and say that Nate Ament, while he's ranked number 4, I think, in most, or number 3, like, you can easily make the argument he's the best player and best prospect in the country.
Yeah, you definitely can.
And,
man.
It's just one of those things where it's like, we've seen him so much. It's just like, that's what he does.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he had 33 points.
Right.
And 12 rebounds. Yeah, so it was a Tuesday?
Yeah. He's probably played the least amount of basketball as those guys ranked in the top 10.
That's
what a block.
Well. And a huge block there by Ament out in transition. Shivas.
No.
Shivas Taylor.
If you had to bet money in a three-point shootout for high school in Virginia, I guarantee you Shivas Taylor would be in the top 3 odds to win it.
As Enjoya.
Oh, and this is what he does.
Big Mateo.
Oh.
Can't get it to go.
Mateo, he can shoot it, though. Miller forces the turnover.
And
Miller.
He can really shoot it as well.
Yes, he can. They've got to find him. They got one scrambling. There he goes.
And,
boom, just like that. You spoke him up, Jack. And CTA showing it early on that they understand the importance of win or go home.
And off the mark there. Here comes Magura. Takume who's going to be fouled.
Yeah. Kume, I mean, he's a big-time athlete. I can't wait to see how he progresses over the spring and summer and comes back for the EPL next year.
And, like, not to toot our own horn. I mean, it is our network and our leagues. But, I remember having a conversation early in the year with one of our coaches who said, he said, you want to know why this is the best league in the country, Jack? And I was like, you're talking us up. He said, no, like, you put these guys, that are going to end up at the bottom, you put them in anywhere else, and they're gonna be dominant.
Yeah.
And so, like, you see it kind of with the 9-1. Like, CTA's not scared. They're not going to back down. Even if they end up losing by 20, it's not going to be from jump that it's going to happen,
At all. There's going to be a difference in the score, but there may not be a difference in their approach. That's for sure. They're going to play.
And that, to me, is, like, one of the things that I like to, hang my hat on with our league that's so good about it is, no matter where they're ranked, no matter what the record is, like, they're approaching it like it's a must-win game, and we're going to play ours, and we're going to compete every time.
Yeah. And they're without a couple guys. They're without their usual starting point guard, Junior Jean-Marie. As well as Devin Jackpaw, who's a known shooter for them, Caleb Osman, and usually who's been their usual big, their two bigs, Kerr Luau and Greg Pontezopoulos.
Yeah, they've dealt with a lot.
Yeah.
And, and also hang on, you got to hang your hat on the fact that they're the ones who have to travel the most in the league.
Yeah.
Passport issues and all sorts of things. Injury, sickness, all that. And they play in another league up there as Gorham steps in. So, you can look at their record and say what it is, but they play competitive basketball, and they have dealt with a lot, and they're still coming hard at you.
Yep.
11:31 left in the first half. Got a timeout. We'll be right back on the CBG Live Network.
All right, and back with the action. Stopped by Highland, batted around, and then Chance Perkins drills the stop and pop jumper. Mid-range specialist Chance Perkins. Now, here's Big Mateo. Keeps the handoff. Looking for the post up. Turning. Finds Miller. Stretching for three off the mark. And now, Perkins on the break. Guarded by Enjoya. He'll swing it over to Gorham. Ament catches, shot fake, spinning, pivoting. Jamal Smith, corner three, and it's good. And the chemistry is clicking on all cylinders, and a 11-0 run by Highland right now. And here's Perkins spinning, probing, and a Sega Genesis-like NBA Live from Sega Genesis.
And a 13-0 run here for Highland. And this is kind of what you don't want if you're Canada top flight. And we talked about yesterday that they have had issues with giving up big runs throughout the season. And that's what a lot of times, if you see them lose by 18 or 20, it was a tie game.
Yep.
At one point.
Yep.
And very evenly matched. And then and right now you don't want to do that. Just under 10 to play here in the first half. You got to make sure that you're getting the most out of your possessions.
No, you absolutely have to. And, I think sometimes they run into a little bit of an issue spacing, and they run into a little bit of issue of going off the bounce too much.
As Kume, that's such a tough one.
Did everything right.
And it just bounces out.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle of when you're on the bad end of a run like this, it's like, nothing will go. And, wow.
They needed that one.
The change of pace, the burst.
Mugera. And the free throw off the mark. Ament with another rebound. He'll bring it up himself. He'll swings it up to Rivera. Rejects the ball screen. Kicking it. Flare action. Jamal Smith back-to-back threes in the corner. And two great flare screens set by Ross, who is the younger brother of UConn star and also the younger brother of the future Minnesota Golden Gopher, Jacob Ross. So, Ament, left to right crossover, counter, in the lane, spin move, finishes at the rim. So it'll be Shivas Taylor checking in for Chance Perkins, giving him a breather. They throw over the top to CTA to Kwame. Miller off the down screen. Can't get it to go. Kwame looking to attack Ross. And the defense by Shivas Taylor with the deflection. And Smith on the break. Unable to get it to go. And Mugera swings it over. Kwame off the mark. And now here's Nate Ament with the rebound. He'll slow down, sidestep between the legs, tray ball off the mark. Can he get his own rebound? No good. And he just tosses the CBG sign to the floor. No, I'm just playing. So, with 7:12 left to play, it's 33-19 advantage of 14 for Highland. And head coach Logan Miller and the big time finish by Jeremy Mugera. Mugera sporting a headband today. Gets the old-fashioned three-point play and stops the bleeding a little bit. Now we've only got an 11-point game. So if you're Highland, you keep attacking the way you have been. Rely on your spacing and your chemistry. Oh, and Kayajuka kind of slips. If you're CTA, I think you've got to try to figure out how to get some easy baskets. Enjoya, Kayajuka, three ball off the mark. Amit, outlets to Rivera. He keeps his dribble in the lane. Spin move, can't finish with the right on that play. Oh, big hezzy for Wallace. Enjoya makes Amit stumble. And now we've got a three ball, and now we've got an 8-point game. And Nate Ament, just like that, strikes again. Here is Mugera getting to the lane, and now we've got a 9-point game again. They advance it, and I wonder, with the short bench, will CTA slow down a little bit, maybe because they run out of gas? And, oh, my goodness. The volleyball spike by Ament, but they'll call the foul on Shivas Taylor. And so here is Warris Enjoya knocks down the first, cuts the lead back to 10. And Big Mateo comes back into the game. And now they'll break the pressure. Amit, skip pass, Gorham. Smith drives it. Paint touch, floater, off the mark. Mateo. There he goes. That's what he does, the big lefty. At that 6'9", 6'10" range, he can really shoot it. So Smith against this matchup zone. Here's a Mint. Boom to Rivera. Smith, shot fake back to Rivera. Turnaround jumper, that's his shot. Beautiful shot by Julian Rivera. And now, here is Enjoya in the lane, stripped by Gorham. Smith pushing, gets it over. Rivera to Gorham, dribbles right into the three, off the mark. And Christian Kwame. And, oh, beautiful move right there. My goodness, Jeremy Mugera. And 1-1 is the first shot is good. And CTA hanging around, find themselves only down by 7 with 3:40 left to go in the first half. And now the second free throw is good as well. 6-point game, 3:40 left to play. Here's Rivera. To Mint, guarded by Kwame, who's actually done a pretty decent job on him. Rivera with the offensive rebound. Kicks out to Taylor, and Taylor is unable to convert. So, down 6, 3:09 left to play. Here is CTA on the attack, led by Warris and Joya.
Yeah, like when the second half starts. Thanks, Dusty.
And Joya off the mark. Comes back, gets the deflection, as Rivera was looking for Smith. And Miller will check back in. Taylor. They throw it into a Mint right before the 5-second happens. He jabs, drives, pulls up. No good. Mugera. High screen. Oh, and a Mint jumped so high he had to hold on to the rim to protect himself. And now Mint driving, he's fouled. He'll go to the line now as this a 1-1, 4-point game, 2:20 left. And the Mint knocks down the first. And now and 3 ball. Trayvon stretching. Well, Trayvon stretching is a man right back down the lane. Scores with the bucket, and he'll get a chance at the old-fashioned 3-point play. Top 5 prospect in the country, Nate Mint in the Highland Hawks lead. 44-39 with 1:44 left to play in the first half. We'll be right back on the CBG Live Network.
This Wi-Fi Okay, I would just tag that. Whether you want to do like an ad or just tag it video. Okay. Hey, buddy. Good win. Yeah, it's coming out after.
All right, so we're back. Miller with the three. Off the mark, 6-point lead. Gorham, driving kick. Shivers Taylor knocks it down. Shivers Taylor and his shooting ability. This Highland team, senior led, along with the underclassmen of Smith and Ross. Big time bucket. Warris Enjoya, mid-range. And Enjoya limping a little bit. May have come down on that, but the and one is good for Jeremiah Gorham. And Enjoya trying to walk it off, but he really looked like he was limping. He gives a thumbs up, says he's good. So Gorham. Off the mark. Rebound comes down to Big Mateo. And in the lane, they draw the foul again. Warris Enjoya. He and that was Jeremy Magera. And both of these guys are built like Barry Sanders, coming through the lane, though. And they possess the strength and the quickness and the athleticism to finish. And it looks like it's going to be on them to kind of keep CTA in this game, and they can't convert on the free throw. So 33.7 seconds left to go here in the first half. Down by 9. CTA 41-50. So free throw is good. 8-point game. Here's Smith guarded by Mateo. Rivera. Comes off the screen from Ament. Keeps it spinning. Probing. Throws it and it deflects off the backboard. 8 seconds left. Miller. He'll shoot the long-range bomb off the mark, and Ament skies in for the rebound. He'll let it fly, and it's off the mark. So at the half, 50-42, Highland going after the Triple Crown now because they won their conference tournament as well as the Virginia Private School Division I tournament, and now looking to bring home the Triple Crown with the EPL championship. 20 minutes until they move on to the Final Four. And the bid already placed earlier today as Massanutten defeats TSF, the Skills Factory. So we'll be right back, halftime on the CBG Live Network.
Hey,
What's up, babe?
We've built the last 3 years to become possibly the best prep basketball league in America, consisting of 10 teams ranging from Canada all the way to Georgia.
Yeah, it's always good to get a win in the EPL, right? I mean, there's no cupcake games. It's competition across the board, and anytime you can get a win, it's a good thing.
This is what I thought it was going to be, right? My time in college basketball at Lehigh, Division I.
Grinding basketball, you gotta love it to play prep basketball.
Chris Jeffrey, 6'3" quick off from Brooklyn, New York.
My name is Paronis. I'm 6'9". I play a small forward power forward position, and I'm from Mathis Grace.
I'm Don Mickens. I'm 5'9". I go to Winston-Salem Christian, and I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to Duquesne University.
Both for this year, I got to win championship.
This kid, he's been playing a lot better since Highland got hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I jumped on his ass. I'm like, you see this motherfucker sitting down? It's like, you got to step the fuck up now.
No, I'm staying.
So,
It's on you.
he's been playing better.
Yeah.
That's what kids don't and you try to tell them at the locker room, right?
Problem solving.